Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of Spirit Hunter Death Mark II running on PlayStation 5. Welcome back. Glad to see you're both safe. Yasuoka and Hiro are the only people inside the infirmary. Where's Manahashi? Oh, she went to the restroom. Alone? She's aware of the dangers that shrine possesses now, and she's not headed into the forest. She should be fine. Kokori's not the only real threat here, though. The Departed is roaming around this school as well. Although the Departed only kills their target after issuing a notice, so Manahashi should be fine. Good thing she's not here then. I'll give you a quick summary of what happened before she returns. There are things I don't want her to hear. I filled them in on what happened in the forest. I see. So, Kakata is... It's painful to know that a young life has been lost like that. But does that mean that Kakata was a hooligan? More or less. Kakata stole a document about Fox Lakata, so he must have known something about it, though I find it hard to imagine that he was acting on his own. Fox Lakata is a strong hallucinogen, so it wouldn't surprise me if the other people were doing something with it. A strong hallucinogen, eh? I'd like to study it at the Institute. Maybe a new kind of alkaloid. Very intriguing. Can you give me some of those Fox Lakata to research once we wrap up this investigation? Cut the crap, Hiro. This thing needs to be in the hands of the government. I'm going to submit this shit to my friend at the DEA, and I'm not having it any other way, got it? Jeez, you're no fun. I'm back. Oh, you're here already. Hey, you better fill me in too. Don't leave me out of everything. Fine. Leaving out the bits about Kakata's death, I tell her what happened in the forest. I concoct a story and say that I found the paper and the phone lying on the ground. So Kakata was in the forest. Why was he there, though? Dunno. I think he got a call. Maybe his phone can tell us something. Unfortunately, it's broken. I've tried pressing the button, but... Let me take a look. Mashahara starts touching the phone screen like it's her own phone. It's not broken. The battery's just dead. Anyone with a phone should have been able to realize this. Geez, how bad with tech stuff are you, Grandpa? Sorry. You got me there. I have a charger that'll work with this phone at home. Maybe we should try and charge it, and then see if we can get something out of it. My home's not far from here. This phone's got to be pretty useless to us with a dead battery. Let's take her up on her offer. I'll lend Kakata's phone to Manahashi. Alright, I'll be right back. Manahashi quickly exits the infirmary. What should we do now? Should we wait until that kid calls us? I object to that course of action. We should resume the investigation. It's for your sake as well, Yashiki. What do you mean by that, Yasuoka? I can tell. You're being targeted by a spirit. Excuse me? Sooner or later, that spirit will find its way to you. If that happens while you're unprepared, you'll meet the same fate as Kakura. For fuck's sake, why is everything so... As a renowned fortune-teller and spiritualist, Yasuoka's words carry a lot of weight. I thought maybe the clock had stopped with Kakura's death and we'd have a little more time before there was another target. But it turns out the clock is still ticking, and it's counting down for me. But what should we do now? We still don't know who exactly Kokori is, right? That's something we can research. I have an idea. Remember that case from Kakura's document? Let's look into that murder of a mother and child at Lake S. That's been stuck in my head. How are we going to investigate that? Have Nakamatsu look it up on the internet for us. He should at least be able to pull up a general summary from somewhere. And by that, I mean, you go call him up. Wait, why do I have to do it? You know how to use the phone too. Just call him yourself. Nah, I don't really like talking to him. We're not really on the same wavelength. So that's your issue. I guess you can't expect a nice otaku and a hard-boiled ex-detective to get along. Looks like we're gonna have to be the one to call Aita. Hello, Yashiki. What do you want me to look up? Can you look for any information you can find about a murder of a mother and child at Lake S? It may be connected to our investigation. Geez, a mother and child being murdered? That sounds awful. I'll try searching. Found something. 10 years ago, a mother and child were beaten to death by a group of delinquents. I'll share the details now. It's pretty long, so you should probably start taking notes. I whip out a pen to write down everything Aita tells me about the murder. Murder of a mother and child at Lake S. 10 years ago at Lake S in S City, a family who went camping was attacked by a group of young men. Mother, Izumi Kitahawa, 37, and her daughter, Kozue Kitahawa, 16, were beaten to death. The father, Masaki Kiyohara, 40, was gravely injured but survived. He was hospitalized for 3 months. Masaki Kitahawa was a teacher at a school in H City, not far from S City. He continued to work there after the incident, but later disappeared. The crime was committed by 8 juveniles, all between the ages of 16 and 19. At the time of the crime, they were under the influence of mind-altering substances. Due to their ages, names of the perpetrators were not disclosed. Oh, I'll go back and read it. I didn't mean to push the button. That's horrible. Those violent punks are scarier than spirits. Aita might have a point there. Spirits who curse humans are pretty frightening, but humans are responsible for creating spirits in the first place. The malicious actions of people cause grudges, and grudges create spirits. It's a chain of hatred, one that begins with humans. By the way, Yashiki, I need to get going soon. Oh, I guess it's not in the spirit file yet. See, the narcotic they were taking at the time was believed to be some new type of psychedelic mushroom. Of the 8 juveniles who were arrested, K, who was allegedly the drug leader, was released due to insufficient evidence. I need to get going soon. Oh, you can leave the mansion if you want. Thanks for your help today, Aita. No problem at all. Talk to you soon, Yashiki. How'd it go, Yashiki? Aita had a lot to share. I share the details of the murder with the other 3. I see. No wonder it was sticking in my head. Did you work on that case, Mashida? Come on, man. Use your brain just a little. The case is 10 years old. I wasn't on the force yet. But now I recall my mentor was the one who told me about it. Nakamatsu pretty much covered the whole thing, though, so I don't have any additional info to add. Do you think the mushrooms in that case are Fox Lacata? This case is just full of mushrooms, eh? Can't argue with that. A curse involving mushrooms growing from your body, Kakata being turned into mushrooms, Fox Lacata on the dead centipede in the petri dish. And now we've learned about the tragedy caused by Fox Lacata 10 years ago. Everything's connected to mushrooms. Boy K, the one who wasn't prosecuted, could it have been Kakata? God damn it, I just told you, the case is 10 years old. There's no way Kakata was involved back then. Well, it's pretty unlikely for him to have been directly involved. But he knew about Fox Lacata. He reacted to the petri dish and he even hid the documents. Everything would tie itself up nicely if he turned out to be a mushroom dealer. I imagine we don't have enough information yet. However, the key to discovering Mr. Kokori's identity is likely the link between the past and the present cases. Or so I believe. Guess that's all we're going to get out of this deduction session. What we need now is some solid evidence. Let's continue the investigation, Yashiki. We don't know where to start, though. We probably won't find anything in the forest, or the shrine in the corridor. I have a place in mind. For real? I got some information in the forest that'll lead us to our next spot. The voice from the corpse, that's right. Our doll friend. Right, the voice I heard when inspecting the bones. Deep inside the old school, the dead fox god that looks alive inside the stomach. That voice told me to go investigate somewhere. Maybe heading to the location they mentioned will help us identify that corpse. And if we can learn about the person who became Mr. Kokori, we can start devising a plan of attack. Which sounds great, except we're running low on time. Should we really just trust something that I heard from a mysterious voice when so much is at stake? Having trouble making a decision? When you're running out of time and you need to make a tough choice, just trust your instinct and hope for the best. You know what's most important when dealing with spirits? Courage and conviction. Thanks for the reminder. I'll go with my gut and act on the information the voice gave me. Let's search for the dead fox god that looks alive in the depths of the old school. Not that I know what that means. What does that mean exactly? Oh my, welcome. Let's see. Yashiki's success rate during suspensive acts up by 4%. You got nothing else to spend this stuff on. No one here, okay. I meant to go here. Oh wait, do I need to go to the old building? Oh, I need to go to the old building. So, this is the old building you've all been going on and on about, huh? Place looks downright condemned. But odd that this is right in the middle of an active campus. Well, they don't really use it anymore, so they've been neglecting it quite a bit. Not used anymore, huh? When you put it like that, it makes me wonder if this place was still used 10 years ago. 10 years ago? Oh, the Lake S murder. The victim's husband was a teacher. There's a chance that he worked here. Bet you're thinking the same thing. Otherwise, why would you come here, right? There is a chance the victim's husband used to be a teacher at Konoehara Academy, but I chose to come to this place because that voice told me to. The old school must refer to the old building. Where's the dead fox god that looks alive, then? Where in the school might students study the living things? Well, we really haven't been to the third floor. At least not that much, because it's been kind of locked off to us. And we've only been here for just like a little bit at a time. The old science room. Was that the departed's voice again? The heck is this place? My body feels heavy. We better find the root of the curse. Doesn't look like the root of the curse is here. Let's look somewhere else. Nope. Numerous dead insects are lying inside the dusty sink. The cursed tooth is rolling around. Found it. This cursed tooth is the cause of all this. Break that thing now. Yeah, okay. I reach my hand into the sink and pick up the tooth. Ugh. This is bad. I'm getting dizzy. Shit. My hand slips and the tooth falls. I shouldn't be that far away. I've got to find it fast. The severe chill and overwhelming pressure instantly vanish. Is that because the curse is no longer active?
Yoshi.
A pile of mold-infested cardboard boxes. Mashida, help me examine all these boxes. What a pain in the ass. I'll inspect the boxes on the left side. You take the two boxes on the right. I pick up the pile of boxes and put them down. The heavy box is filled with old books and prints. I rummage through them, but I don't find anything worth noting. This one. Did you find something? Look at this, Yashiki. The box Mashida is gesturing at is filled with old lab equipment. I find something small hiding among the test tubes and beakers. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. New pages have been added to Madoka Hiro and Satoru Mashida's entries. New pages added to Suzu Morimiya and Tawako Yasuoka's entries. Saki Marahashi and Shinichi Kakuta. Bottles of liquid are lined up on the shelf. That liquid seems like formalin to me. Botanical specimens are floating inside the bottles. There's something behind the bottles, Yashiki. Petri dishes are piled up along the back of the shelf. Inside the dishes are dissected flowers and leaves, as well as dried moss. Guess someone must have been pretty active. Been a pretty active plant collector in the past. If these plants are endemic species from Fox Forest, the person who collected them might be the author of that research journal. That means this dish used to be here too. I see. I don't get how the dish got from here to the shrine. I don't know either. It might be a spiritual phenomenon. I gotta say, this little dish has been an invaluable help on this case. I feel like my steps in this investigation are being choreographed by someone else. Oh, there's our fox god. There's a stuffed fox specimen on the shelf. A fox god. We definitely need to inspect this closely. Looking at the creature's features, this stuffed fox is real, one intended to be used for education. It was probably taxidermied by an artisan. This fox looks alive. If the same petrifying item is sitting neglected here, the color of its fur has faded. What do I need to do with this? An old anatomical model covered in dust. It's in such bad shape that it seems shockingly mundane. What a poor fate for this model, if you think about it. Their skin is peeled off, their organs are exposed, and then they end up neglected like this. I find an old steel cabinet. There's nothing behind the glass door. Let's get a closer look. I peer through the dusty glass. It's a dissection scalpel that was probably used for experiments. The cabinet door is locked, though. I can't open it. Hold on, I gotta find the other tooth, right? Yeah. Now I gotta find that fallen tooth. There's something small rolling on the floor. I put my light towards it, and fortunately, it is the cursed tooth I was looking for. Found it. Good thing I didn't go under the desk. Yeah, definitely. Raising my foot, I crush the tooth. The cursed tooth shatters into pieces. My body feels much lighter now. The curse-like phenomenon plaguing this place has subsided. There's a large shelf against the wall. Seems like it was used to store lab equipment in the past. There doesn't seem to be anything behind the dirty glass door. Wait, I take that back. Something sparkles when I put my flashlight inside. There's a small key inside the shelf. It has no tag attached to it. What's this key for? Okay, obtain small key. Looking at the marks on the wall, there used to be a shelf here. Looking closely, mold is growing here and there. This must be where that musty smell is coming from.
Yoshi.
Numerous dead insects are lying inside the dusty sink. Yeah, okay. Insects again. Alright, so the key must be for this drawer over here. I insert the small key into the keyhole. The door opens with a delightfully crisp clack. I open the door and find a dissection scalpel inside. Despite all the dust, the scalpel isn't all that rusty. It could probably still cut things. Okay, now I can use that here. Deep inside the old school, the dead fox god that looks alive. That must be referring to this fox. I need to check out what's inside its stomach. Maybe whatever secret's inside this fox's stomach can shine a light on Mr. Kokori's identity. I got a feeling something will happen once I figure out what that secret is. If there are things that we haven't done yet, we'd better finish them before doing this. I don't think so. Should we cut open the fox's stomach? Yeah. I get the dirty scalpel from my bag and approach the stuffed fox. I press the tip of the scalpel to the fox's belly. And then I slice it open. The fox's stomach is gaping. Yikes. A swarm of tiny bugs pour out of the fox's stomach. Given how old the fox is, I should have expected something like this. But even still, I can't help being disgusted. Brushing away the bugs, I stick my hand inside the stomach cavity. Huh? This is... What did you find? This thing. I show Mashida the plastic square I found. Ah, a floppy disk. I know you're bad with computers and all, but you recognize what this is, right? It's the thing you use to save data on a computer, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. We can use a computer to read what's on this disk. Computer, huh? Now that I think about it, I remember seeing a laptop in the faculty room. You know where to find one? Let's go then. We've got a lot of info to grab before that Kokori fucker shows up. Obtain floppy disk. No. This is... It's the bell. The Departed? See, it's got like bugs all over it. The white-haired girl loves bugs. And the other girl has this weird design on her cheek, so who knows? There. Mashida's voice starts to crack due to fear. No matter how much I try to prepare myself, I always freeze up before the Departed. I can't even speak, much less move. My dear husband. Kokori, resentment, killed hooligan. You are next. He is already here. Should you survive, you will become my real husband. Why does it say it twice? I wonder if those were supposed meant to be like symbols or something. Or something a little bit more obscure. So then they have them in the translation phase. You know, this is kind of a result of that. I don't know. But you can't save this soul as you are now. You will die here. Tonight. The departed is gone. What do they mean? I can't save the soul? Hey, Yashiki. Did they say something? Yeah. I tell Mashida what the departed just told me. What the heck? He's coming? You don't mean... Exactly. We can't run from here until we deal with Mr. Kokiri. But you really think you can pull it off? They just said that you can't save the soul now. The current me can't save the spirit's soul. This is just another hunch, but is it because I'm lacking the key information I need? If that's the case, then there's no way I can save the spirit. What do I still need? This floppy disk must be the key. I need to see what's on it immediately. Kazuo Yakashi. Or Kazuo Yashiki. Don't trust that fucker's words. There's got to be a way, I'm sure of it. Mashida makes a bold statement, except it sounded more like a plea to me. What should I do? Confrontation with Kokiri has been added to the spirit file. Let's see. Labeling us hooligans, Kokiri cursed us and tried to kill us. Before confronting him, we need to coordinate all the information we have, or else we won't stand a chance. The hooligans, Fox Forest and Fox Lakata must be linked to the Lake S incident. A few days after the incident at the clock tower, a new notice arrived. This time... Wait. Oh, okay, it's just the one page added. I was like, what? We walked towards the door, trying to leave the science room. However... I'm greeted with the vision of a decaying body covered in mushrooms, wearing a mask resembling a beast skull. A hideous-looking Kokiri is standing right before my eyes. Hey, what are we going to do? I can't guarantee that we're fully prepared to fight Kokiri. I want to run, but the door is blocked and we don't have another way out. What shall we do then? At that moment, Kokiri lets out a terrifying scream. My entire body is racked with crippling pain. What is this pain? What's with all those mushrooms? I hear the unpleasant sound of something growing for a second time. Masha screams, clutching their neck and crouching down. Shit, I have the same problem. Looks like mushrooms have started invading Mashida's body as well. Which reminds me, this is the same mushroom curse that afflicted Matahashi. So then... if the mushroom infests our whole bodies, what awaits us is death. Kokiri simply stares at us in silence. Is he trying to kill us with a curse? He's not showing any sign of readying his gun. What does this fucker want to do? Who? Does he want us to say our names or what? Let's see, what would he do? Fox Licata. Pressing questions currently on standby in the infirmary, hence the action can be performed. Oh, well, why do I even have the option? My chances are low. Oh well, whatever.
よし
Doesn't cost much to do, thankfully. Information regarding the Lake S incident is mentioned in the Fox Licata note. I've also obtained the name of the victims thanks to Aita. Using that as a foundation, both of us decide on the name. Making sure we got the same data, we decide to speak our answer in unison. Your name is Masaki Kinohara. Kokiri seems to accept this answer. Looks like we got it right. Yeah, I guess he really is Kinohara. Assuming the science teacher who was investigating the Fox Licata was the victim of the Lake S incident, and that the mushrooms and culprits behind the incident were hooligans, it all aligns with Kokiri's fixations. Therefore, the victim of that incident, Kinohara, is the natural choice to be Kokiri. Looks like this is the right choice. Kokiri looks at us in silence. What's with that question he asked earlier? What's he want to do? No idea. I feel like he's testing us right now. Kokiri suddenly lets out a shriek. Oh, nice. Interesting monster designs. His mask then falls off, revealing a hideous, decaying face. I mean, sort of. It's like half a face. Kokiri glares at us and growls. I feel dizzy. My arm is hurting really bad. Shit. It's messing with my arm now. This guy's really trying to kill us. We have no idea what Kokiri's real intention is. We're going to be killed at this rate. What should we do? Who? Worst. Hooligan. Does he want us to give him a name again? I get the feeling that a wrong answer here is going to get us killed. We really need to think this over. Mashida. Well, the paper bag is ours. The floppy disk, we don't have any idea what's in there, so... Petri dish? And then Student K, the mystery student, right? The one that got away. Mashida tries to recall the name of the hooligan who's involved with the Fox Licata inside this Petri dish. Yeah. Mashida crumbles under the pressure and forgets what the name is. Well, thankfully, the more you try, the higher the success rate, but it means you lose hit points in the process. So it's not a wrong answer, but it's... the percentage is just low because I think I should have grabbed Hiru. She had a higher percentage. Why should I try to recall the name of the Petri... the student associated with the Petri dish? But Mashida also has more HP, so he can try more times. person you resent is Student K, Kokiri. Kokiri's breaths become more shallow. He seems satisfied with that answer. Assuming Kokiri is Kitahara, he lost his family to a bunch of delinquents in the Lake S incident. The culprits were under the influence of Fox Lakata, which was sold by Student K. Making things worse, Student K wasn't arrested. He's basically the root cause of all of Kokiri's problems. Looks like this is the right choice. Kokiri lets out an eerie howl. Then, he slowly vanishes into thin air. In a flash, the pain disappears as quickly as it came. The strange objects covering my head and arm have also disappeared. Is it over? What was that sound? Upon hearing that eerie scream, I've started to feel dizzy. Oh, you're back. Hi. Is this from that fucker Kokiri again? Yashiki? What's happening? Kokiri should have disappeared. Why is he here again? Is he smiling? Or is he suffering? My dizziness is getting worse. Hey, what's wrong, Yashiki? Mashida's scream sounds so distant. My consciousness is fading as a curtain of darkness descends upon me. Right, this voice is... It is the departed. I hear a sound. The same disgusting sound as before. Boy, they got a lot of mileage out of that photo. Is Kokiri being devoured? But why? My dear husband, you were supposed to die here, but you resisted fate, stood against fear. Now I am convinced you are my real husband. Take a look. Before my eyes, the departed transforms. Their head splits open, revealing their new form, one even more hideous than the last. Their souls combine. Take off my old clothes and put on new clothes. I want to be beautiful, more beautiful than others. We will exchange vows later. Please wait, dear husband. Oh, now you're a spider. Great. I'm stricken with a massive headache and my feet falter beneath me. What in the world is happening? What is that thing? The lights are supposed to be off, yet they emit a dim light. A red light. Yeah. Mashida has collapsed to the ground. While Mashida has lost consciousness, there aren't any physical injuries that I can find. Hey, Mashida, are you okay? I grab Mashida by the shoulders and give him a firm shake. Yashiki. I help Mashida off the floor. Thanks, man. The heck is that light? Hey, did Kokiri cause this? I have no idea. Mashida, do you remember? You're asking me? Damn, I can't recall a thing. I dropped like a rock right after Kokiri got all weird. Right, where is that Kokiri bastard now? He's not here. Did you beat his ass or something? No. The one who killed Mr. Kokiri is... The sight I witnessed when I was on the brink of fainting. The departed devoured Mr. Kokiri, and then their body underwent a horrible transformation. Why aren't you saying anything? No, it's nothing. I don't really know anything either. I'm still coming to my senses too. I doubt that telling Mashita about that bizarre scene is going to clear anything up. Let's return to the infirmary. Maybe Asuka can give me some answers. Let's go, Mashita. Oh, I'm down to 1 bar. You know what that means on a PlayStation controller? It means it's almost time. Both of us leave the science room. God damn it. Now this place is all red too. Is this going to be over the entirety of the old building? Or is this going on over the entirety of the old building? Bad idea to stick around any longer. Better return to the new building ASAP. Oh, excuse me. Having a business here. Better go to the new building. Oh, it's everywhere. Okay. I can feel someone's gaze on me. I'm getting deja vu for some reason. Huh? The female doll is standing in the darkness. Her damaged face has been fixed. How can that be? Why did her appearance change in addition to the departed's? I have to share it. Her words are clearer than before. Oh, great. She's the real bride. Kokiri resentment still lingering. Kokiri not forgive those possessed by demons. Return red demons where they belong. The female doll then disappears into the darkness. Kokiri's resentment is still lingering. I can't immediately refute that. If Mr. Kokiri had been devoured by the departed before his soul was saved, perhaps the lingering resentment will still bear its fangs at living beings. If that's true, then its target is still... Hey, Yashiki. The heck are you doing standing around? Let's get back to the new building now. Okay. There's something. There's still something I can do to save Mr. Kokiri. I wonder what she meant by return the red demons to where they belong. Character female doll has been added to the character file. I probably have to return the centipede to the gravesite. Hold on a minute. We return to the grounds of the shrine once again. What the hell? Why the fuck are we out here again? I have something to tell Mr. Kokiri. Come again? Just wait here, Mashida. I head towards the inner area of the grounds by myself. Mr. Kokiri, Masaki Kinohara's corpse is resting there. A man whose life and family were ruined by Fox Lakata. To add insult to mortal injury, these mushrooms are growing on his corpse, as if mocking his tragedy. Return the red demons to where they belong. If the red demons are referring to Fox Lakata, then there's no other place they'd belong more than right here. Take a look at this, Kinohara. I take the creepy petri dish from my bag, and then I throw it into the nearby bush. That should be enough, right? Tell me what you did there. I threw out the petri dish. Are you crazy? Fox Lakata wasn't supposed to be taken outside this forest. This is what Mr. Kokiri wants. Is that so? Empathizing with the dead again, aren't you? One of these days you're going to get dragged into some shithole by their feelings. Maybe I will. But this is how I do things. Live your life, but remember, there won't always be someone there to drag you back out of that hole you end up in. I know. You heard that, Kinohara? Once we're over this hurdle, I'll tell the cops what happened to you, and have them reopen the investigation. When that chime comes, this forest will be filled with people. Just hold on tight. Just hold tight for a while. You must be kidding me. What on earth is this? Toilets are flushing and piano is playing. Who would have thought the paranormal phenomena would occur in the new building as well? This is the first time I've witnessed a spirit operating as strongly and brazenly as this. What if the special building is also... Come on, Yashiki. The special building is as peaceful as ever. The lights haven't turned red like the ones in the other buildings. Finally, some peace and quiet. The hell was that phenomenon, though? I've got an idea, though it's just a hunch. Both the female doll and Konoehara Academy changed once the departed transformed. That can't be mere coincidence. That reminds me. We should check what's on that floppy disk before we go see that old hag. Just in case that bastard's not gone for real. I want to know all that we can about him. You have a point. We do still have some unsolved mysteries regarding Mr. Kokiri. Not to mention that the dolls also said his resentment is still lingering. And if that's true, our lives will be at risk until that resentment has been placated. All the stuff concerning the departed and the red lights are certainly worrisome, but we better focus on Mr. Kokiri as an imminent threat. Got it. Let's go to the faculty room. The faculty room is empty at this time of night. I need to find that laptop quickly.
ここ
There's a laptop on the desk. We can check the data on the floppy disk with this. You do the work. You do the work, Mashita. This isn't my cup of tea. Fine. Mashita turns on the laptop and then inserts the floppy disk. They're documents from 10 years ago. Judging by the file format, it should still be somewhat readable using the pre-installed word processing software. I shouldn't have to install a special reader. Mashita may well be speaking a foreign language. I don't understand a thing they said. After a while, some text finally appears on the screen. This is... I'm writing this here just in case. I summoned K to the forest. K is Mitsuri Kuramine. He's a hooligan. He'll probably bring his gang of thugs with him. So I've decided to bring my hunting rifle. I become a demon, both physically and mentally. The next fox demon of this cursed forest. I'll terrorize them and kill every single one of them. Even if I die or sacrifice my soul, I shall destroy my enemies. Misaki Kitohara. Seems like a farewell note. And this Masaki Kitohara dude, he's probably our Mr. Kokuri. Adding Kitohara's note to the other information we have thus far, we can see the whole story. 10 years ago, Kitohara's wife and child were murdered by delinquents at Lake S. The boys were junkies, addicted to fox lakata. The one who sold them was hooligan K. K was Kuramine, a delinquent from Konoehara Academy. After learning his identity, Kitohara summoned Kuramine and his friends to the forest with the intention of getting revenge. And at that moment he became the fox demon of the cursed forest. Wearing white clothing complete with a fox mask, he copied how Mr. Kokuri looked. He probably saw something of himself in the spirit who killed hooligans that disgraced the shrine. However, he never got his revenge. Kuramine and his friends killed him and buried him in the forest. That skeletal corpse was Kitohara. His resentment still lingered even after his death. Thus his regret became a spirit. Oddly enough, a spirit that looked like Mr. Kokuri. And that is how his revenge began, claiming hooligans addicted to fox lakata. One of them being Kakuda. I guess we've learned enough. Let's report this to Yasuoka and the others in the infirmary. What's wrong, Mashita? Nothing. For some reason, I feel like I've heard the name Mitsuri Kuramine before. When you were still a detective? Yeah. Oh well, no need to force myself to remember right now. Let's just get back to the infirmary. We should share the information we have about Mr. Kokuri with the others. They should be waiting for it. Okay. Why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Spirit Hunter Deathmark 2 running on PlayStation 5. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.